Welcome back to the GSL. I'm Tasis. With me is Artosis. Together we're Tastosis, the casting Archon. And it has been a pleasure thus far casting these games for you guys. But now, we got our final best of three. Protoss versus Zerg. And I think this is a pretty even match.
It is, I think. I give an edge to anypro, but Kyrix just keeps surprising us, man. Just when you think you have him in a box, he breaks out of it with Banelings.
Well said, actually, yeah. He's got great Baneling control. I think out of all the people who are known for Baneling usage, Kyrix is by far the most well-known for his Banelings.
Yeah, he's very well-known for Banelings. That's quite true. I always think of Demaga. But some of the best Banelings that I've seen, truthfully, but they have been off and on with this player. Sometimes this player, when he uses Banelings, I'm like... And then other times I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Moon.
Moon is pretty sick.
Sometimes his Banelings are sick, and sometimes
he
actually
detonates
sick,
them, and they actually don't hit anything.
Yeah.
Like that one game.
Sometimes he does some great flanks, and sometimes he, loses an unlosable game by just missing everything, and I don't know. Anyways, this should be a pretty exciting set. Protoss versus Zerg. I'm so excited that we have a Protoss versus Zerg today. Here they are.
anyproPrime on the left. ZeNEXKyrix on the right. Thank you, Razer, for the free headphones. They just light up. They change colors depending on the actions per minute of the player.
Imagine for a moment the light bulbs go out in your house, and all you can do is walk around with your keyboard spamming to get light out of your headphones as a flashlight.
Ooh, that's actually a fascinating thought. You want to hear a story, Artosis? I'll tell my viewers. When I first came to Griv, obviously I was very, very poor. And I could not afford dishes. Obviously we're doing fine now, but I could not afford dishes. So I actually ate off of my Razer mousepad. I ate off it, and then I would clean. I used it as a plate. I'm not even joking. And it actually still works fine. I have the same mousepad.
Wow.
Talk about a commercial right there. That's actually a story. Ate off the mousepad. Wait until I got my first paycheck, bought dishes.
You want to hear a story, Tasteless? You know those really big Razer keyboards?
Yeah.
Once I was in an airplane, it was going down. I jumped out with it and used it as a hang glider to get all the way down into the ocean, and then I used it as a raft.
Wow. That story is better than mine.
It's true. Those things are big. Some of those big ones?
Yeah.
I actually like the new Razer keyboards. They're kind of nice.
Yeah, they're very good. They make great equipment.
Yeah, they do.
Now, it's going to be ZeNEXKyrix against anypro here. The anypro is pretty solid. He got out of his group, but frankly, I don't think we all expected him to be the one to make it out.
Yeah, not necessarily.
You know, not that he's not good, but I didn't.
Well, it was a tough group. It was a tough group to predict.
Yeah.
You know, it had, of course, Fruit Dealer, Kisu, and another really good Protoss in it, whose name is escaping me. Genius.
Must be genius.
Must be genius.
All right, so head-to-head here. EBZ.
Terminus Re.
The Terminus Re. The Terminus is a pretty big map.
It's a huge map, which can make some awesome PvZs. We have seen some great PvZs on this map. Not a lot yet.
Zerg can do some great counterattacks on this map.
Oh, certainly. I think this is a great map as well to go Mutalisk against Protoss, which is not something that's very common.
True. Okay, it's time. The countdown has started, and now the game is loading, which means we are seconds away from getting this best of three started. So get ready. With Tasis and Artosis, Tastosis, the casting Archon, trying to bring you the best possible StarCraft commentary and entertainment here at the GSL. Over here in the red, at the north, we have our Protoss player,
anyproPrime.WE.
Coca-Cola on either side. You can double fist that stuff. Over here, at the west, we have our Zerg. He is
ZeNEXKyrix.
A lot of fans here today for.
God, that was like the entire studio that cheered for him. these positions are going to be interesting because despite how large this map is, they spawned close to each other.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be something that they're quite happier about. Well, not they, but anypro. But again, the Mutalist Harassment can be very strong in positions like this as well.
Drop's very good in this position as well, dropping to third base.
Yeah. You know, I really do like this map for Mutas. I would love it if Kyrix would go Mutas here. It's one of the only maps that I am actually thinking that Mutas are the absolute best choice for Zerg on. You know, it's just so wide. It takes Protoss so long to walk to your base that you can just go counter, kill most of his base, and then whittle down his army.
Nice. Pylon planted there.
Kyrix may want to just go expand to the other spot.
That's what I was thinking.
anypro going to get his Nexus up.
There's the Automaton 2000. Apparently that means it was made 10 years ago. I don't have an Automaton.
I used to. I forgot it somewhere, though.
You left it at the airport?
I think it was at Scrap Station. That's my Automaton.
You let the pylon finish. Not a bad decision in this case.
Yeah.
Oh. Would have been better if he had managed to deny that hatchery as well.
And this is kind of weird. anypro actually went Forge. You know, maybe he thought, oh, Kyrix, you know, must have thrown down a quick spawning pool when he saw my pylon. Kyrix didn't do that. Kyrix's spawning pool is very, very late, and anypro could have easily gotten away with a Nexus and then a Gateway and then a Forge. Easily gotten away with it. Now notice Kyrix not taking a gas. That's going to make anypro feel so much better that there's no gas yet. Does make a gas as he goes up. Because of course if there is a gas, then Banelings and Roaches can come into play a lot easier.
Over here at number 42, the expansion, we see the pylon remains.
You know, for players like you that always read the numbers, a good strategy would be to send Overlords to each number and lay creep. You don't know where you are.
Oh my god, I won't know where I am on the map. I won't know that. I got to go down ramp number 2 to get to platform 42. And these lings will finally kill off the pylon as the probe needs to get back home and get somewhere safe.
Probe needs to get out of there. It's always good to try to keep a probe out on the map. In fact, he is sending out a second one. Because you want to see exactly what Zerg's doing. Is he droning heavily? Is he gearing up for an attack? Is he making roaches? Because that dictates how many cannons you make. And you do not want to be overmaking cannons. If you overmake cannons, then...
oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, you're going to get way far behind. Guys chilling.
Now, if your probe is retreating from Zerglings, never spam back to your base. Never go click, 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 back into your main base, because the probe will die as it resets the pathfinding. You want to right-click once, and then there's it's much, much, much more difficult for these Zerglings to catch it.
That's true.
Yep.
He'll normally get back. If it's a full health probe and they don't have speed, he'll normally get back on every map.
But if you spam it, it'll die. Just try it. You're like, oh my god, Tasteless, you helped me.
Yep.
Write me thank you letters. Thank you, Tasteless.
Now, anypro, Kyrix both going very economy heavy. Notice double gas. It's going to bring him up to 4 gases quite quickly. What tech will he go for? The Cybernetic score is done, so we're going to see very shortly. Kyrix just droning like a crazy person. It's up to 37 drones against 36 probes. But this is where Zerg should pull ahead. Kyrix, realistically, based upon what we've seen anypro do, should be going up to at least 60 drones right
Double
away.
Stargate? What?
Maybe, maybe not.
Don't tease me like that, anypro.
We don't know. We just don't know. Did he accidentally, instead of shift-click back, just click back? That's a possibility.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe he wanted to. It seems I haven't seen anything that would make him change his mind if that was his original thought. And he does start it. 48 drones against 43 probes. A lot of chrono boosting going on. Now it's going to be
cool.
Phoenixes.
I like it.
I do too. I do like it. If your opponent rushes to drops, then you can die. But obviously, Kyrix going very economy heavy. In fact, Kyrix right now is going for a Roach Warren. And Roaches don't really do anything against Phoenix. It's not a very good tech path to go against Phoenix. Of course, he doesn't know Phoenixes are being made, but this will definitely give anypro an edge.
And the question is, when do you reveal the Phoenixes?
Yeah.
4 seems to be the magic number with most of these guys, but I would think you might want more than 4.
Yeah, sometimes you can overwhelm, but with 2 Chrono Boosted Stargates pumping out Phoenixes, when you go in with 4, then you start owning queens. 3 beats a queen, but 4 owns 2 queens. So a lot of it is oftentimes based off of that, and he is, in fact, going to go with 4 Tasteless.
And he is continuing to Chrono Boost out more.
Now, the Spore Crawlers should be popping pretty quick. 61 drones already for Kyrix. Going straight after the queen. Takes a while to kill that queen, so it's going to allow Spore Crawlers to get much closer to done.
Very nice. This is going to cause a real hiccup in the Zerg's production rate, losing all these queens.
Yep. In the meantime, Void Ray is building, and Robotics is building at home for anypro. And this is just so annoying for Kyrix. He's not Spy Cap yet. He's done really good about keeping his overlords up.
Another queen bites the dust. Void Ray now out. Interesting.
And Speed finishing up for the overlords.
He's actually supply blocked Kyrix now.
Yep. 92 of 78. That is not good numbers.
No.
A lot of Hydras are out, Tasteless.
Indeed.
6. But you have to be careful, because if any of those Hydras get away from each other, in fact, look it, he's going for it. He's going to go for it. I was going to say, these Hydras can be taken out. They are light units. The Phoenixes kill them very quickly, and suddenly it goes from anypro being in the lead to being monstrously in the lead. That was an expensive amount of Hydras, and in fact, he did not lose any Phoenixes. There's a ton of
follow this up with Colossus, probably Stalker, Zealot, Sentry.
Tasteless. He's got a Void Ray out on the map, killing a new hatchery.
Oh, nice.
And look at this. There are the Phoenixes to block these Hydras. Very quick moves, and anypro completely dominating this game. 113 supply against 92. Kyrix in the lead. You say, well, he's in the lead supply-wise. Is he winning? No. The tech advantage goes monstrously to anypro. The probe count is even higher, 71 against 63.
Oh, he's going to lose it.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Wow. Good save by Kyrix.
Damn.
Quite impressive.
That was pretty sick.
Now, Kyrix may want to think about either mass expanding or perhaps all-inning with Hydras. Before the Colossus gets out, this type of build is weak to Hydra all-ins. You just get those Hydras up there, even walking slowly. I mean, you're not going to kill them with just a handful of sentries and a Zealot like anypro has right now. And Tasteless, I think that's what he's going to do.
Uh-oh.
This is the right move right now. Even some Roaches coming up, but Warp Gate has just finished. He does not have enough to stop this right now. He's going to want to get rid of all these front buildings.
He needs to force field perfectly. Actually, I don't even know if that could save it. To be totally frank, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, the Colossus is out, so good timing on that Colossus. He may, in fact, be able to hold with it. Should be using the Phoenixes as well, and I think he is going to hold Tasteless.
Yeah, he will hold this.
Amazing Colossus timing here.
Unless he suddenly loses the Colossus, yeah, he should be fine.
And the Colossus hasn't even taken damage, so I mean, Kyrix is actually macroing like a beast. I don't know how he has 157 supply, but in fact he does. Even after losing all those units, anypro
he's
at
143
147
supply.
Okay, so now he's at 100.